I didn't come here for the temples. I came to find Mara. We shared one season on a research team 5 years ago, Neurethic Script Project in Torsa Valley. She worked with focus most people fake. I learned more from her field notes than I ever did from lectures. She left her post in February. No notice, no final report, just a scanned map from an old journal and one phrase in the subject line. Above the thunder, they still wait. I kept that email. The last time I saw Mara, she was arguing with a grant coordinator about a date stamp. It was late. We were all tired. She left without saying goodbye. She'd spent weeks cataloguing artifacts from a monastery that no longer exists. The site collapsed in the 40s, frost shear and political neglect. Only fragments survived. But she swore one of the glyphs didn't belong, said it matched a carving found 300 kilometers away at elevation. No one followed it up, no team, no funding. She went alone. I didn't know that until months later when someone at the institute flagged a withdrawal notice. They found her keys in her locker. Everything else was gone. She was here. Her handwriting's in the guest log at the shepherd's camp, 3 ridges down. 2 weeks before a landslide blocked the pass. They remember her. Small pack, no guide. Left a scarf, bought tea, asked about a carving she had only seen in a mural. The first temple stands on a ridge with no easy ascent. Wind off the east face never stops. Inside, the ceiling has collapsed, but near the threshold, someone scrubbed moss off a winged glyph. Recent work? Careful. Professional. Most scholars treat Zorathine as a story shell. No primary sources, just retellings. The temples line up, but nobody can date them cleanly. The myth centers on Vashari, the sky figure. He wasn't a war god or creator. He kept distance, governed silence, watched. One year, he broke pattern, came down as a man, lived with a mortal woman, Anael, for a single season, left her before spring. The story ends in division. No punishment, no miracle, just parting. Why Mara followed it, I don't know. Not fully. Mara kept few close friends. We weren't close exactly. But I knew her silences. I'd seen her stay quiet through insults she didn't deserve. 2 years ago, I heard she'd turned down a long-term post to stay near someone, then cut ties suddenly. She never explained. There's a line in her notes from another site. What's built alone can still outlast the joined. Maybe that's what drew her to Zorathine. The myth doesn't offer reunion or reward. Here's where the myth turns quiet. The painted dome shows 2 cloud shapes, always apart. Between them, 3 folded wings. I found her handwriting again, barely visible in graphite at the base of the altar. To love is to descend. I sat there longer than I meant to. You think you come to learn what someone found, but I only found where she stopped writing. She didn't leave markers off to the 4th site. No more glyphs scrubbed clean, no signed logbooks. I don't think she was rushing. I don't think anything happened to her. I think she stopped needing to leave a trail. You chase someone's trail hoping to find them, but sometimes all you find is the moment they stopped looking back. The myth of Vashari isn't about betrayal. It's about the limits of joining 2 different kinds of beings. One that stays above, one that stays grounded. Mara didn't try to blend them. She wanted to see where the sky ended and chose not to cross it. That's not failure, that's decision. I came to find her, I didn't. But I understand why she stopped here. Not all departures are escapes, some are finishes. I returned with sketches, transcriptions, a few photographs. I gave the institute what they'd accept, left the rest out. There was no formal record of Mara's expedition, no official entry logs, just notes that no longer moved. I didn't try to write her story. I couldn't. But I wrote down where her trail ended. Not to preserve it, for myself mostly. To mark the place where something changed.